Well, Afrida, the news is just trickling in, and like you were referring to, that perhaps it is a conviction order from the Jodhpur court. Of course, this is just the operative part that we are getting. There will be several more aspects to it that will emerge. But again, remember, this is a critical matter, and there was a lot riding on it. There were security arrangements that were made in the court premises since morning, and of course, we had Tabu, Sonali Benre, all be present in court to receive the judgment. And like you are mentioning, that perhaps all that we have been able to gather thus far has been the fact that Salman has been convicted. Of course, there will be more that we will be really getting in a very short space of time, because remember, there is nobody who is allowed to be present inside the courtroom. It is only the
Right.
accused and their lawyers who are present inside the courtroom as the verdict is being pronounced. It is
Right.
of course breaking news that is coming in, like you rightly mentioned, Afrida, is that he has been found guilty in the black buck poaching case. So Sarthak, is this something significant, huge, again, like what we have been talking about earlier? Just because he's been acquitted in one case, which is the Chinkara case, doesn't necessarily mean that he
Absolutely.
would have gotten away in this as well.
In this case, he has been convicted. Other persons have been acquitted as far as the news which is running right now. Now, the quantum of sentence will be decided. There will be arguments on sentencing. After the arguments of sentencing, Salman Khan has always an option available under law. He can file an appeal under section 374 clause 2 of the CRPC, and during the pendency of the appeal, the court has the power to suspend sentence under section 389 and release him on bail. As far as his conviction is concerned, we can't right now say that he is guilty completely for the commission of the offence till his appeal is exhausted till the Supreme Court of India. For the timing, we can say that he has been convicted, and we have to examine the judgment the moment it comes out.
Sarthak, stay on with us. So, Afrida, big news. All
Yes.
the others have been acquitted. Salman Khan, we've been given to understand, has been convicted. And this is huge because, like, again, Sarthak has been reiterating, like we have been showcasing on our broadcast, contrary to what some counsels like Abha Singh have been saying, that Salman
Yes.
Khan would get away. What are the chances of him being convicted when he has got away in other instances? Clearly, that has today, now, in this moment in time, been proven to be inaccurate. And Salman Khan very much convicted, Afrida. Of course, the other nuances will emerge in a short while. Now, what we will see is an argument on the quantum of punishment that the court should grant to Salman. Minimum is 1 year that he's looking at, and maximum could be up to 6 years. He's been charged under provisions of the Wildlife Protection Act, Afrida. So
Yes.
this is huge. This is significant. Of course, there will be other remedies that Salman and his team will be considering. This is
Okay.
early days yet. The news has just broken, Afrida. Others have been acquitted, and Salman Khan is convicted.
I have now with me Rizwan Merchant joining me on the phone line. We're going to get strong reactions from across board. First, I'm going across to Rizwan Merchant. Yes, Mr. Merchant, tell us, what do you think on this verdict? Now, this is a very big blow to Salman Khan, coming in the black buck poaching case, where he's been convicted in the case for killing 2 black bucks.
Well, you see, the thing is that the trial was conducted. It's slightly shocking as to why this particular trial was required to be delayed for such a long time. It's indeed going to be a setback for Salman, certainly. But possibly the evidence must have been available on record which made the court proceed with an order of conviction. But nonetheless, the evidence is going to be subjected to scrutiny once again in the appellate court. I'm sure Salman will be having the best legal team available to challenge this order of conviction in the higher court. The evidence will be once again subjected to scrutiny. The findings of the learned judge will once again be subjected to scrutiny. And if there is any scope for an acquittal, he will definitely get an acquittal. Else, the orders of the trial court can also be confirmed. But there's still time. There's still time.
Right.
If he was already on bail, the trial court will have to enlarge him on bail once again to make him, to grant him an opportunity of filing his appeal in the appellate court. And let's see how the appellate court proceeds.
Right. This is a victory for the prosecution because, like we've been discussing in cases like this, it is important
You just can't say it's a victory for the prosecution. It's too early to say that because ultimately the evidence which was led in the trial court has to be subjected to scrutiny once again by the appellate court. And there is
Right.
a very bright chance also that on some sort of a legal issue not being considered by the trial court or evidence falling short, Salman may get the benefit of the reappreciation of evidence by the appellate court.
Right. In this case, what we found also interesting is that while Salman has been convicted, the others have been acquitted of this crime. The other four.
Telling you, if the others have been acquitted, there is a very bright chance for Salman also to follow with an order of acquittal, because we have to ultimately say it's too early in the point of time to make any suggestions or any comments on that, unless and until you don't get to know what the reasons given by the learned judge in his order of conviction for granting an order of conviction to Salman and
Right, we
granting
don't
an
have
order of acquittal
yes.
to the others. Why the others are acquitted, why Salman is convicted, those reasons will be available in the body of the judgment. We have to go through the body of the
Correct.
judgment, and then we can definitely say with certainty whether the learned judge was right or whether prima facie the learned judge was wrong in granting an order of conviction.
Right. At this stage, like you rightly mentioned, it's a very initial information coming in. The entire order is not out. So like you said, the observations will have to be studied. But are you telling us here, Mr. Merchant, that there will be further legal recourse available to Salman Khan, and this is going to stretch further? It's taken 20 years already.
It is available to one and all. If anybody is convicted in a trial court, everyone has the right of appeal in the appellate court, and I'm definitely sure he's going to be taking recourse to that.
Yes.
And something will definitely churn out. Now let's see how many years the appeal is going to last. When the trial has gone for such a long time, let's see when the appeal comes up for hearing.
And that's precisely what has happened in the previous cases as well. After the initial verdict, now all the three cases are in various levels of appeal. So then, in that sense, this legal tussle simply carries on.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be on for a long time.
Rizwan Merchant, many thanks for joining us with your views on the broadcast. Viren Farao joining me live now. Viren, for the sake of viewers who have just joined us, let's update our viewers on the big developments that we're tracking today. Salman Khan has been convicted in the poaching case that...
Could you tell us how did it really start?
Well, listen, the court simply pronounced the judgment. First of all, the court said that Salman Khan is convicted under Section 9/51 of the Wildlife Protection Act, and so far as the other accused persons are concerned, they all have been acquitted. Now, the proceedings inside the court, right now the court, his counsels are addressing the court on the quantum of punishment of sentence.
Has the argument for the sentence already started?
Yes, of course, the arguments on the point of sentence are going on, and they are praying for. They are just praying for probation. They are just praying for the probation, or they are just emphasizing on the minimum sentence.
No, but has the prosecution asked for the maximum?
Well, prosecution will have their own turn, because right now his counsels are advancing arguments.
Okay, so they're asking for a probation, and that he shouldn't have to really go to jail is what they're asking.
Well, let's see, because it's too early to say anything about it, because in case if the court awards him a sentence of more than 3 years, in that situation he has to be behind the bars, and in case if the court awards him sentence up to 3 years, then court will suspend the sentence for a period of 1 month.
All right, joining us now is the lawyer or representing Salman Khan, right?
I have Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, ad film director, joining me on the phone line. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Kakkar. Your views on this? Salman Khan is convicted in this particular black buck case.
उसके पश्चात निश्चित तौर पे अभी जानकारी में आ जाएगा।
एक बार फिर बता दीजिएगा क्या हुआ।
सलमान खान को 9/51 के अपराध के अंदर दोषी माना है, जिसके सजा के बिंदु पर भी बहस जारी है, तथा सलमान खान के अलावा अन्य सारे अभियुक्त सैफ अली, सोनाली, तब्बू, नीलम, दुष्यंत सिंह और सभी को संदेह का लाभ देके न्यायालय ने बरी किया है। लेकिन अभी सलमान खान के संबंध में अभी न्यायालय के अंदर उनके अधिवक्ता द्वारा बहस की जा रही है। उसके बहस के पश्चात ही पब्लिक प्रोसिक्यूटर श्री भवानी सिंह जी भाटी है, जो विधि अधिकारी है, उनके द्वारा उनका जवाब दिया जाएगा। तत्पश्चात मुख्य न्यायिक मजिस्ट्रेट श्री देव कुमार जी खत्री के द्वारा ये निर्णय किया जाएगा कि उनको कितनी सजा दी जाए।